All right, everyone. Here's what people have been waiting for. And yeah. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of get into it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. All right. Get rid of that. Okay. So, I am no longer engaged. I am single. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. All right. I'm a little nervous to get into this story time, but it'll be fine. All right. So, as many of you know, Tyler and I were engaged. Tyler, as in Boppa Boy. We are no longer engaged or together. There were issues all throughout the relationship. There really were. But he had unfair expectations from the beginning that I tried my best to fill. But it hurt me, and I didn't know it until I got out. And I tried my best to fulfill his expectations until I changed into someone who wasn't myself anymore. Crisscross applesauce. I am sitting crisscross applesauce right now. Okay. There was consistently an oversight in how much I contributed to the relationship. Yes, he made more money than I did, but I contributed literally my all to the entire thing. And then he would tell me that I wasn't. I'm muted? You're lying. You're lying. Is this an old chat? You guys can hear me, correct? Okay, okay. It was just an old chat that went to my watch, like 3 minutes late. Okay. All right. So he never recognized the effort that I put in. Ever. Sometimes he would, and then he would like kind of tell me like how good of a job I was doing, but then he would forget it super easily. Thank you, everyone. He started to consistently push ideas into my head that I didn't want. And first and foremost, I'm a people pleaser. All I want to do is make people happy. Every time someone asks me, thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub. Oh, hello, Soup. Every time someone asked me what I wanted to be when I was older, I said, I don't know, I just want to help people. And I kind of wish I could like just pull someone out from like my past and just be like, yeah, this is what I said. Maybe Luna can attest to it. I don't know if she'll remember though, but that was always my answer. He just locked himself in the room. That's it. All right. Okay. Don't listen to no man. Vibe into ads right now. All right, so he would tell me repeatedly what he wanted over and over and over again until I thought they were what I wanted too. Or I don't know where I'm going with the or, but I just kind of wanted to make him happy, is kind of where I'm going. I was just heavily like influenced in what my thoughts were. I almost never had an opinion, and like anytime he would ask me anything, I'd be like, I don't know, whatever you want. Just kind of do what he wanted. So then, several days after he proposed, which was February 28th of this year, 2023, he made sure to express what he wanted me to do with my best friend at the time, blossom in the moonlight, Myah Rodriguez. I ignored this. It disgusted me. I ignored it. I didn't respond to the text. I have the text. Didn't respond to it. It made me very uncomfortable, especially since it was 3 days after he proposed to me. I was manipulated by him. He made sure to tell me exactly what he wanted so that it would be planted into my brain. After some time, he let his intrusive thoughts win, and he couldn't control himself. When I drew boundaries, they were overlooked, and his intrusive thoughts bypassed my boundaries. Constantly. He asked for permission for one thing. I granted it. I'm not going into detail because this does need to stay PG-13. I granted permission for one thing. He couldn't control himself, passed my boundary because my boundary was overlooked, and his intrusive thoughts bypassed him and cheated on me with Myah. He had a delusion of me, him, Tyler, and Myah in a polyamorous relationship. That doesn't work if not everyone wants it. I did not want it. Now I'm missing a lot of details, again, for simplicity's sake. Like, there's a lot. This is so much drama, are you joking? There's a lot. I have a lot of faults. I'm not going to say that I don't. I do. But I wasn't one that crossed boundaries. I wasn't one who made him feel insecure. I wasn't one giving him anxiety about our entire relationship once Myah entered the picture. Every time I made a friend, he made sure to tell me, ooh, she's cute. What if we did something with them? And I'd be like, no, I don't want to. They're just a friend. Like, day of me meeting someone. I'm getting a bunch of texts. Oh, it's time to be real. Anyway. Constantly. I had to keep begging him to stop asking me to want to do things with my friends. I shouldn't have to do that. At all. That's just, like Orange said, sleazy. It is. Tyler and Myah wanted a relationship. I didn't. These fantasies were constantly pushed onto me to where I eventually reluctantly agreed to for a very short period of time. Like, literally several days. Until I physically and mentally couldn't take it anymore. I was in such a crippling anxiety that I couldn't even interact with Myah, which also meant that Tyler couldn't interact with Myah. She was at my house at this time. This is after she cheated and had already flown back to Utah. Or sorry, they cheated, not just her. She visited us again because I was so pushed into continuing to be her friend, even after they cheated on me. And then I kept getting told that I wasn't trying hard enough to be her friend. I was told that I could lead and set the boundaries and pace of this quote-unquote relationship. Despite that, he constantly pushed my bounds to where I was comfortable and wanted me to hurry up so that he could get to what he wanted faster. I was pushed until I was essentially forced to be a part of this, succumbing to the pressure to make everybody happy because that's just what they wanted. Sorry. I just wanted to make my fiance happy. He never noticed my reservations and hesitancy and disregarded it as anxiety rather than boundary that I'd placed, or maybe he just straight up ignored them. He pushed me until I had to define a line to where that boundary was, and then crossed it. He avoided telling people the full truth about our situation. Throughout our entire relationship, he would always say, I'm so honest, I always tell the truth, I never lie, I can't lie, etc., etc. But, like myself, and I'm sure many others, I don't have to prove to people by telling them that I don't lie. I just don't lie. Like, I'm honest with people. I mean, yeah, sure, like white lies here and there, whatever. But, like, who who has to just like constantly tell you that they never lie? And I believed him. I completely believed him until the end of our relationship when he wouldn't tell people the truth. I have many a screenshots of mine and Tyler's chats, mine and Myah's chats, Tyler's chats to others saying that he did not cheat, whereas I have proof that he did, even through my own texts with him. Immediately following the official breakup and I moved out, welcome to my new space. I'm in my parents' house. I think it's kind of cool. Kind of sucks that I have to move back in my parents, but it's whatever. Anyway, immediately following me moving out, Tyler flew to Florida. Myah lives in Florida. We lived in Utah. That's a big coincidence, is it not? Oh, but hold up. He's been staying at her house the past 4 nights since he's flown in. I'm gonna say this. She is 19. He is 25. They are 6 years apart. And that's disgusting to me, honestly. I'm sorry. It just is. She is still a teenager, and he's in his mid 20s. Tyler, I know you're here right now. I just checked. Welcome. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to the truth that you are refusing to tell people. This is my opinion portion. This one has feelings in it, not just facts. I personally believe that Tyler manipulated me into getting anything and everything he wanted for so long, so when it finally wasn't working this time with Myah, he got upset and began to lose interest in me. I then became a roadblock for him. Welcome, Doc. Welcome. It's a big story time. I was a roadblock for his new toy. He hurt me to the point to where I'm convinced he wanted me to break up with him so that he could play the victim. Meanwhile, he ended up breaking up with me, and I begged to go to couples therapy because I felt like it was fixable. I promised I would fix my issues that I was so convinced that I had. He and his mom convinced me that I had OCD. Now, there's nothing wrong with having OCD, but you shouldn't have to gaslight someone into thinking that they have it. I almost admitted myself into an incredibly expensive OCD treatment center, like $6,000 a month type of expensive, because I felt like I was the problem. I was told I was the problem. I was told daily of all of my problems that I had. After finding some clarity after the breakup, I don't have OCD. Confirmed. My therapist is like, no, you don't have OCD. Thanks for the gaslight. He just wanted to find something wrong with me so that he could blame me. So that he could make all of the relationship issues out to be my fault. I ended up getting my therapist ASAP. Like literally within days. Tyler still has yet to get one, and I highly doubt he will because he's a narcissist. He doesn't believe that he actually has a problem. He believes that he did the right thing for whatever reason. Doing the right thing isn't cheating on someone. Yeah, I firmly believe he doesn't see any issues with his own actions or faults. I doubt he ever will find a therapist. While it's good to be confident in yourself, it's not good to be so stubborn in believing that there's nothing to improve on. Everyone has stuff that they can improve on. Day-to-day life, within months, within years, everyone has something to improve on. Everyone has room to grow. For over a year, he had brought up couples therapy. I was always open to it. Now, from the standpoint of I always made every single one of his appointments for him, anything, dentist, doctors, literally anything. I told him that this time, if he was serious, he had to make the appointment. Now, I know that he has anxiety about appointments, which is why I just did it. But if it was serious enough that we needed to go to couples therapy, he needed to just go ahead, find a therapist, and book us. He asked me to remind him. I did so many times over the past year. After we broke up, I asked why he never made the appointment. He said, I should have just sat him down and made him make it. And I said, no, if you needed help, tell me you need help, and I can just do it. I wanted him to either go ahead and do it if he really wanted it, or ask for help. And he did neither. Couples therapy obviously wasn't of the utmost importance, as he would yell at me constantly that it was. My expectations now going forward is to heal my own self-worth, because it's been absolutely, literally, like, crushed. I had zero self-worth as soon as we broke up, and I'll get into that in a second, but I have moved on from this relationship and friendship I don't hold a grudge. However, for my prior reasons mentioned, I will not be continuing a friendship with them, either of them. If anything happens down the road, I'll cross that bridge if it comes to it, if we're acquaintances again, whatever. Not right now. Now, for the point that Tyler has announced everywhere, I am struggling so desperately mentally. Guys, I'm thriving right now. I am so glad that I'm out of that relationship, that I'm actually happy now. I was in a stuck depression for 2 years. We were together 2.5 years. Guys, I'm finding myself. And I'm happy. Like, what? I thought I was happy with him? No. Obviously, I get like waves of breakup pain. I went through a breakup. But I'm so much happier now. I have a bunch of other things to say, but they're kind of just petty, and I don't really want to keep it petty. Anyway, Tyler is a very greedy man because all he wanted was himself and his own desire of a shiny new toy. And I'm so glad that I'm not married to him because I would have been just stuck. Anyway, good luck, Myah, because I know both of you guys are watching this right now. That's the name. Good question. I met Myah January of this year when we both started school. She was in my English class. We started to stream together in May. They cheated in July. And then she flew back in September, and I was trying to be civil, but then she did the pettiest things. Yeah. Surprised my headset just died. It's okay. That's fine. I'll just close it. Alright. Yeah, it's starting. Cool. So Tyler was like, yo. And I was like, no. No thanks. And then she became my best friend. And Tyler was like, why is she only your best friend? I want to be friends too. And then he kind of forced himself into my friendship and then took my friend. And then we weren't best friends anymore. We were just kind of friends as like a trio. But then they would always seclude me, especially in group chats. They would talk like hundreds and hundreds of messages as soon as I was like busy. Whatever. I literally set up all of Maya's streams. She didn't know how, she still doesn't really know how to do much on it, honestly. Like, her about page, all of that's me. She didn't know how to stream. We built her a computer. Do I have any goals for the Discord? All I want is like a nice community that's just kind of uplifting. I don't care about numbers. I really don't. But I like it to be like a happy and positive area. Hello from Canada. Oh yeah, you're Oh, sorry. That's just for a giveaway. Giveaway. It's like a prize. I'm in the U.S. You're good to stay here, Basil. Don't worry. Don't worry. Goals for the Discord: game nights, movie nights. Yes, definitely want to do some activities together. No, we did not buy the parts because that's not our responsibility. But we did buy way too much other stuff for her. I kept telling Tyler to just kind of knock it off, and he's like, "No, we're friends." And I was like, "Okay, fine." But then he would just like keep spending money on her. I was like, she traveled here. She's an adult. She has money. It's okay. She makes a lot of money on TikTok. We are in the process of doing a Minecraft server. That is all thanks to Orange and Mel right now. And Lana, I believe. Now, I don't care to choose sides. I really don't. Like, if you want to support them, sure, go ahead, whatever. Don't bring that to me. You can keep us separated. You just can. Yeah. Yeah. If you still want to support them, you can. If you want. What are some of my personal goals for this next chapter? Well, I am just gonna kind of focus on like friends and family and myself right now. Not necessarily like a relationship partner, because I mean, I just got out of a relationship, guys. Adios, everyone.